So since it's Friday, I wanted to do a reading vlog and finish this book, Sunward. It's not really, it's a science fiction book. It's not really horror. So, oh, hello. So it's not really Halloween-y. But, you know, I'm a mood reader, so I go with moods. And the mood says science fiction right now, so that's where I'm going. But the book is about an AI. There was an AI on a ship, and it was kind of scanning the area, and they found a ship, and someone had died. And since someone had died, the captain was like, oh, well, we got to check it out. You know, can't just leave someone in space, you know. And it was a courier. And they had a message encrypted in their DNA, but there was nothing on the message. Because apparently in space, all of the communication channels are like open. So if you want to send like an actual message, you send a courier, like a space travel person, across the universe to, or across the solar system to send your message, but you encode it in their DNA and to encrypt your message. And so what they'll do is they'll try to kill the courier or whatever to try to keep that message from getting sent. Very dangerous stuff, it sounds like. So this courier was killed for whatever message he was trying to send, but he was a decoy, apparently. So she joined the, so near a planet that she was trying to kind of hide from people who were, because she got involved, because people were like trying to attack her for trying to get involved in the situation, because they thought she was trying to deliver the message still. Because, I mean, the DNA is still encoded in his body, so maybe they thought she was still trying to deliver the message. So they started looking and trying to attack her. So she got involved in a funeral procession from because a dock got blown up and a bunch of people got killed. And so part of what people do is, it's reasons why it's called Sunward, is there are people who are part of what's called the sun cult or whatever. And so how they want to die is they want to get flung into the sun. And so there was a funeral procession that was going towards the sun from this planet because a dock had been destroyed and like thousands of people were killed. It was like a huge destruction. And all of the robots were gone, and people were blaming the robots or something for it. It was kind of a weird situation. I don't know what's going on with that yet. But her AI got it. Her ship was attacked, and as she was trying to hide out in this funeral procession by the assassin. And she destroyed the assassin's ship, put the assassin in one of the coffins, which was very tasteless, and strapped it to her ship. And then went down to the planet and they formed a, she had someone make a break for them, like a jail, but she made some enemies because she had stolen a coffin, and so not good all around. But her AI got, well, she's not dead, but she's in a coma. She was damaged pretty badly. And so she's trying to fix her. So that's kind of where I'm at right now in the book. I'm about page 60 of 200. Or page 70 of 200. And she's went to the house of one of her old AIs who kind of integrated into society and became a doctor, but hid the fact that they were an AI. And yeah, they tried to be more human-like, but tried to be they went to college and became a professor, a doctor of cybernetics or something like that. They went into some field and became a doctor, got their doctorate. Which, wouldn't you be able to tell? I'm not sure how you wouldn't be able to tell, but I guess that's the point, is that is that, you know, civilization has advanced to the point of where you can't tell the difference between robots and humans. Anyway, so we're on a reading vlog today. I've got a phone call in a few minutes, but that's where we're at. So I still haven't had my phone call yet. So somebody's supposed to call me. But I'm just waiting on them to call me. But I was reading, and I got to the end of the section. So what's her name? Captain Tova Lear, that's her name, went to Mercury to look for Dr. Cosmos, who she had fostered in their first year. She's basically their mother. To try this doctor of cybernetics who she thinks would be able to help her save Agatha, her newest foster, who has broken into pieces trying to save the ship and capture this assassin that tried to kill them for rescuing a courier that had been killed, that this assassin had also killed. So yeah, so they went to Mercury, and she didn't want to announce herself on the public server, so she used a message from a railgun. She shot a message at their station with a railgun. Okay? Which maybe not the best way to send a message. if you want to be tactful, shooting at them. But it worked because she had another one of her fosters was there. And they gave her access. So, but the director of the station was not very happy that they shot at them. I probably wouldn't have been either. I would have been like, who is this person shooting at us? But she was a good shot, so I guess it works. But like I thought, the people on Jupiter, where she is a princess of, because her mom is like the leader of this colony that where the dock exploded and stuff. They're blaming the robots, and throughout the solar system, they want to dumb down all of the remaining robots because all the robots disappeared. So they're blaming the robots for the dock crash. So they want to dumb down all of the remaining robots that are left, that are still around, because they don't trust them. It's that backlash. So they're taking it out on the rest of robots, like that they think that they're out to destroy humans. So they're trying to like dumb them down and like seize control of them and do all sorts of stuff. So they're trying to like limit their technology. So this priest tried to take control of the Mercury station over this AI director, Director Skippy. I think his name is Dr. Zaius, is his real name, Director Zaius. And so the AI that was her foster, Torque, joined the ship, and they took off, and she killed the priest that tried to take over the station. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. And that's where we're at. And then they're going to Mars because Torque got a message from Dr. Cosmos to go to a play of another one of their fosters to see them on a show on one of the moons on Mars. So they're pretty sure that Dr. Cosmos is on Mars. So they're going to Mars. And that's where I'm at. I'm on page 113 of 200. So that's where we're at. So I'm on page 151. And Topher Lear went to the Mars moon. I think it was Panic. And they went to their daughters. It's an AI, a robot. They went to their daughter's play because she is a puppeteer and a traveling show. And they were doing 12th night, and she broke her consciousness into several pieces and was puppeting several bodies for the show. I think she did like 4 bodies, and Topher Lear could pick out which ones she was puppeting because of the mannerisms. She's like, do you know which ones I was? And she was like, yes, you were this one and this one and this one. I was like, God, that must have been, that's so hard to, but then they got attacked by angels from Mars. And then she was arrested at the end of it for, because she is a suspect in the lunar space dock collapse. So that's, we're on a cliffhanger, that she is a suspect. She's a person of interest in the lunar docks collapse. But she got attacked. They got attacked by angels, and then she got arrested. So, but what I've noticed, the underlying theme is that even when things were good, robots, AI technology is treated as second-class citizenry, to the point of where they aren't allowed to read. They aren't allowed to hold certain jobs. They are kind of like, they, in functional position, even though they have consciousness, they really aren't allowed to subsume humanity in the fact that they are allowed to be creative or think for themselves or be allowed free will. And I can see how that'd be really frustrating if you are trying to have a sense of self, a sense of self, you know, but there's also like a lack of privacy. There's like, there's no privacy, and the extent of what you have to go through to get privacy is extreme in the future. And there's no there's almost like a lawlessness. There's like a Wild Westness to the future, that this, in this sci-fi, there's no, it feels like a little bit kind of fend for yourself, that you have to protect yourself, and that you have to, that people can just kill you at a moment's notice. And I think that's kind of the thing with being interplanetary, is that the police are not going to just come. You are on your own. Yeah. And as bad as it is now with the police, it's going to be even worse the farther you get stretched out. Right, Kenton? Right. So I'm going to read more. So I'm on page 185. So I have about maybe like 30 pages left in the book. So, her brother was the one that put the hit out on her brother Thaddeus was the one that put the hit out on the messenger and said that Dr. Cosmos sent him a message saying that he was going to do something to the docks, and that Thaddeus wanted to stop Dr. Cosmos, and said that he didn't think he was human. And Tova said, hey, he's one of mine. He would never do anything like this. And he said, well, he threatened to do it, and I'm going to try and stop him. But he withdrew the assassin. And so she went on her way. And Tova went on her way. And she is now looking for Dr. Cosmos, but she doesn't know where to look. Except she just checked the pocket of Michael Cunleo, who is the dead guy, the courier that she picked up. And it has a yo-yo, and she says, oh, I know where I'm going. Apparently, that was like the missing key to finding Dr. Cosmos. So, we're off to some destination because of a yo-yo. So, that's where we're at. Okay. Well, I finished it. It was a good ending. So they found Dr. Cosmos on a planet and they ended up on an elevator and got hurled down to the surface of the planet, and there was a horror that came to visit her and said, have you liked your stay so far? It reminded me kind of like, it was like a Leviathan, or like a Cthulhu type creature came up from the depths. Was like, have you liked your stay so far? It had like a little puppet, a marionette hanging from it. Very, very Cthulhu-like, very, terrifying. She's like, no, this has been pretty awful, actually. The sky is wrong, everything's wrong. But they took Agatha inside, and they were inside the embassy, and they were trying to fix her. And she's like, I'm just here to get my, baby bot fixed. It says, you can be here provisionally. So, the end is where they save Agatha. And that's the end of the book. But it has a lot to do with AI and identity and independence, about creativity and being a second-class citizen in a society that wants to keep you, and also about there's a lot about robot slavery, about keeping you a certain way, and escaping from society that wants to keep you down. So, yeah. Science fiction says a lot about things that are good discussion points about using things to to our advantage, but not knowing the implications of those things. Because they were totally willing to interrogate, memory scan these robots if it meant killing them. And they said, well, that's fine. We can just memory wipe them. It doesn't matter. Might as well. And she's like, that's so unbelievably cruel to just kill them just to scan their memories. Because they don't see them as people. They see them as tools to be just used and abused, and not that they are precious in a certain way. So, yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed my reading vlog. Maybe I'll do more. But I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.